A league known for speed, Nascar, gained traction this year as they announced. You get that traction? There's a little pun there,
yeah,
John.
It's some beautiful puns in this
so it's wonderful, wonderful. So they announced a $400 million renovation to the Daytona International Speedway. Joining us for more is Brian France. He is NASCAR's CEO and chairman, and more important, he's up for a big award tonight, Executive of the World for the SBJ, right? That's
we
great.
are, and
good luck with that, Brian.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I hope that works out. So let's start with this Daytona renovation. It's $400 million. Tell us what you did. You actually took some capacity out of the stadium, didn't you?
Took some capacity out. It's the only stadium-like motorsports facility in the world. So it looks and feels like you would be at a football game or an arena. All the amenities, the seating, the club seating, mezzanine, suites, and all the rest. And they did a great job with it.
So if you reduced capacity, that must mean that you increased the cost of the tickets.
Repriced some things, that's true, and higher value, more premium seating, more premium offerings, so a better experience, and obviously the revenue has to be there to match that. It's all private capital, so it has to be returned, and there is a return.
So in other words, has the response been actually good?
It's been great. We sold out. The early feedback from the fan base is great. They love it, and it's never been done before in motorsports. And we're one of the few that puts all private capital up, not too much in the private partnership arena for us in NASCAR. So we're real proud of how it turned out.
Brian, not everyone in our audience may understand really the NASCAR business as a business. It's a family-owned business, and it's not publicly traded. So, but give us a little bit of insight. I mean, one of the statistics I saw was nearly nearly half of the 100 Fortune top companies advertise with NASCAR. Where do you get your revenues from? Break it out for us. How much is from ticket sales? How much from television advertising? Other?
Well, media is the largest, source of income for us and for any league actually. But tickets, but corporate sponsorship and commercial involvement means more to us than anybody else. And we have more involvement in that regard. We have more companies, more Fortune 50, more Fortune 500 companies, because they get to own something in NASCAR. They're not a billboard in the stadium. They're not sort of buying media within the broadcast. They're actually, helping us, run the events. It's their team on the playing field or on the racetrack rather, and it works out great for us.
Brian, the question I would ask is your growth potential. Is it restricted to the borders of the United States?
No, in North America is the most competitive, right? But auto racing is played all around the world. It's one of the few, soccer being the other example of that. And so we have some opportunities to put our style and our brand, but it's tricky because road racing and Formula One, obviously, around the world is the most popular. So our brand is tight. Oval racing, we're gonna have some contact out there, and it may be a little different.
Formula One trying to make a push in this country still. Matt Miller not with us. He's over in Berlin, my colleague. But the question I asked to him was, Houston, F1. End of the year, can we get tickets? And he said, easy, we'll get tickets, no problem, because it's still not huge in this country. Do you worry about the challenge coming from Formula One since it dominates globally? They
can only run a couple of events at most, so to get any frequency of events in this country, it's hard for them, it's hard for anybody. So we're running every weekend, and our style is this oval track, closer than you park your car, they're mixing it up, and that's very different than Formula One, where there's something else going on.
How much has the viewership and fan base increased over the past few years?
Well, we've increased in some regards. Our social media and all the rest has done incredible. We're blowing it up in all those metrics. We're still one or two coming in and out of the weekend on cable with Fox and NBC as our partners. So we've done really well, however you want to measure it. But I always tell people this is the most competitive marketplace in the world for sports. We don't think of it that way, but culturally, when you put all the collegiate that's here and you put all the professional leagues, and they're all well managed, they're all well entrenched. So to do as well as we do every weekend is a testament, because it's a tough marketplace.